Go ahead.
I'll start off. My name is Jared Lord, and I'm playing Mitch.
My name is Alex Patton, and I'm playing Stella.
My name is Courtney Plowden, and I'm playing Blanche Dubois.
My name is Sasser, and I am playing Stanley.
First has been a little, I wouldn't say hectic, but very
Strenuous?
intense.
Very
strenuous,
strenuous.
very intense. It's, oh my god, it makes me so tired, but in a good way. I'm happy at the end of rehearsal. I feel like I've done something. Yeah. It's been a long time, but it feels like it's working. Like,
Yeah.
We're a family.
Yeah.
Well, Alex and I are a family.
Yeah.
I don't count you.
I'm just kind of here.
Oh, it's okay.
It's having so much,
exciting, that's me.
having such a long rehearsal process with so many rehearsals has, I think it definitely has helped our dynamic, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have such a different dynamic.
Yeah,
Very
and it
different.
also helps that we've been in a lot of shows together before.
Yeah. So
we've
we know
played
how to work with each
played similar relationships in shows before.
Definitely.
Well, I feel like the thing that makes this production really different from what someone traditionally sees in this show is we're kind of delving a little bit deeper into some of the themes that are usually brushed off in the rush to just do Tennessee Williams.
Yeah. It's...
We're exploring the history of the relationships a little bit more.
And some of the scenes that our director has told us to, he's blocked, it's much more different, a different take and different perspectives on some of the lines and some of the actions. I think that it is going to be a much more intense production of Streetcar, but I think that the finished product will come out delicate. I think it'll be very, very successful.
And the characters are so different from what they're stereotyped as. I really think
yes.
so. Stella is not just the doting housewife in this. And it's good because Stanley, the way that Clay plays Stanley, he actually has humanity instead of just beating up on his wife and hating Blanche and just not being a happy person.
Well, thank you.
He actually has humanity. You can see in certain areas of the show that he does love Stella. And it works.
And the same way, I feel like a lot of people leave out Blanche's humanity because she is a person. She isn't this psychopath that's just brought in to stir things up until the end of the play.
No.
Everything is her fault.
No. And I think with the way I'm perceiving Mitch is he's I'm playing him in some scenes. In some scenes I'm playing him very childish because I think he's very
Naive.
very naive with Blanche, but with his buddies he's just the hard rough. He's Mitch, but I think that with Blanche it's all new. He even says that he's never met anyone like her, and I think that plays into how I'm going to play him. But in other scenes, it's very different, and I think people will take and can relate to Mitch as well as other characters.
Go.
I think people will take away from this production a strongness in their personal beliefs against, like, someone with what Blanche has. She's psychopathic, and I think that people will take away a better piece of what people don't normally get from this show. I think they'll be able to relate more with Blanche's character and with the way that Courtney's playing.
And I feel that it may help people look a bit past the stereotypes that are usually perceived in this show.
Mm-hmm.
And even the time period.
Yeah.
And the time.
And it would make people also realize, like, what happened back in the 50s with the crazies, people. The crazies.
People with mental disorders.
Yes.
I definitely think that some people will have issues with us being such a young cast because the characters in the show are older. They're in their late 20s, early 30s, usually, for most of them. But I love the idea of it being a younger cast because you don't have as much of a background to go from with a younger cast. You kind of have more of a blank slate. You don't, like me personally, I have never read Streetcar before this. I've never seen the movie or anything like that, so I have a completely blank slate coming into it. If I were older, I might not be able to say something like that because I'm going into theater and I'd probably watch Streetcar at some point or another.
It brings more life to the characters, I think.
Exactly.
With us being young, it just brings more joy and more life. Because older people can play these characters so dull and so dark. And I mean, no offense, but I mean, if someone's older, they can't bring as much life and joy into a character because
It's not as whimsical.
it's not. They bring a certain, because they look so much into it, and I think us with being naive, young and kind of naive, we look at it differently.
A Streetcar Named Desire is playing at the VA Medical Center Auditorium, February 24th, 25th, 26th at 8 o'clock p.m. General admission is $10, and we really hope to see you there.
Please come
see
see
the
the
show.
show.